Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Michelle Ferguson, the crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. You can find me at twobrothersblankets.com, on Facebook and Instagram at Two Brothers Blankets, and right here on YouTube every week for a new crochet related video. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial for my new Vinnie Hat crochet pattern. This is an easy bottom-up beanie pattern that uses beginner level crochet stitches and simple color changes. As you can see, there are so many ways to make this hat. This one uses 5 colors. This one uses just 2 with a solid brim and a solid body. And today I'm going to show you how to make the toddler size in 2 colors with stripes. For this tutorial, you will need the pattern, which can be found free on my blog at the link in the description below, or you can purchase the printable PDF version at a low cost on Ravelry and Etsy, which will also be linked in the description below. You will need DK number 3 weight yarn in at least 2 colors for the stripes. I use Swish DK from We Crochet, and I'll be sure to link all this in the description. You will need a crochet hook. I'm using an H 5mm streamlined wood crochet hook from Furls Crochet. You will need scissors and a yarn needle to fasten off and weave in your ends, and optional pom-pom, faux fur pom-pom or pom-pom maker if you would like a pom for your hat. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with this cobblestone heather, and we're going to make the brim. The instructions say to chain 9, so I'm going to make a slip knot and chain 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it says to single crochet in the second chain from hook and across. So I like to work in the back bump of my chains, right there in that back bump, and work single crochet in each chain across. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 single crochet in my row. Now for row 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. And then we're going to work 1 single crochet in the back loop only of each stitch across. So I'm working in my back loop, not both loops. Typically I would do that and go through both loops. I'm only working in my back loop, and I'm going to single crochet. Only the back loop. 2. If you can see that, let's see if we can get the camera to focus. Just that back loop right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a tip that I like to use for this ribbed brim that when I make hats is I work the last stitch in both loops, do a single crochet, but in both loops, so that the edges are clean. Otherwise, you're going to get a big gap at the end. If I did back loop, this is back loop only. See how much of a gap it makes? So I like to do the last stitch of each row in both loops to give it a clean edge. So we are going to repeat that row 2 for 68 rows. to create our brim. So chain 1, turn, in the back loop only, single crochet across, 1 in each across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then in both loops for the last 8. That's our third row. Chain 1, turn, single crochet 1 in each of, in the back loop only of each row. So 1, back loop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And as you can see, it's starting to get that ribbed look, which for the brim. So I chained 1, turn, back loop only, 1 single crochet in each stitch. And I'm going to do this for 68 rows. And don't forget, put it in both loops for that last stitch. Work in both loops and see how clean the edges are. Otherwise you've got big gaps throughout. But you can see it's starting to get that ribbed look to it. I'm going to continue on through row 68 and join you back here once I'm finished. Okay, I have completed my 68 rows of single crochet in the back loop only to create that ribbed brim for our hat. I forgot to mention, make sure you check your gauge. There is a brim gauge and a body of the hat overall gauge within the pattern. So for the brim, you're going to have 9 single crochet by 8 rows. So if you're doing the toddler side, you're only going to have 8 single crochet. So you might want to work up a swatch beforehand, or just double check at the beginning to make sure you meet gauge. If you're coming out too big, you're going to want to go down a hook size. And if you're coming out too small, you're going to want to go up a hook size. We want to connect the brim of the hat. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your rows and you're going to pull them together. And you're going to chain 1, turn. In the back loop only, you're going to single crochet in the front loop. So the back loop of your last row and the front loop of your starting chain. You're going to insert your hook into those. You're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and take that loop and pull it through your first loop. You're going to slip stitch into each chain and stitch of both ends together. So that's the second one. So back loop, front loop, slip stitch, back loop, front loop, slip stitch, all 8 stitches. They're a little tricky to see sometimes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip it around. And you've got it connected. It's barely noticeable. So now we are going to be working the body of our hat. It says not to fasten off. You're going to keep your yarn attached. And I'm going to take the second color and start the body of my hat with it. So It says for toddler size to chain 1 and work 68 half double crochet around the side of the brim and to join to first stitch. So to join this yarn, I'm just going to take it and pull it through this loop that I have here. And then I'm going to pull tight and put my end in the back, and I have it joined. So now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to work my 68 half double crochet in each. So this is a row and this is a row. We have rows here, right? So I'm working along the side of those rows of the brim. So I'm going to work my half double crochet in that first row, and then the next one, and then the third. So you're just working along each row because you're going to have the same number of half double crochet stitches as you do rows of the brim. So work your half double crochets all the way around for 68 stitches, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, I've done 68 around. I'm at the end. I'm going to join to my first stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook in both loops of that first stitch, pull up a loop, and slip stitch it closed to join. So, as you can see, I did not fasten off this gray color, this cobblestone heather color, because I'm going to keep it attached as we work our stripes for the body of this hat. So you're just going to have that hanging. If you are using more than, I would say, 2 or 3 colors, you probably will want to cut your yarn and reattach it each time. For the Vinnie hat that I used 5 colors, I did cut the yarn. But for this one, we're only using 2, so I'm going to keep it attached. I'm also going to change colors every 2 rounds. So I'm going to continue with my green color for the next round. And so for the next round, it tells us to chain 1 and turn, and then do 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn my work. Now we're working on the wrong side of the work of the hat, the inside of the hat. And I'm going to work 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So same color, no color changes until the next round. And I'm just working 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And I will do that and meet you on the end of this round. Okay, I'm at my last stitch of round 2, and so we're going to change colors now, back to our gray. So I'm going to start like I'm working a half double crochet, just like normal. Yarn over, insert my hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I have 3 loops on my hook, and normally I would just yarn over and pull through, correct? But I am going to grab this gray yarn and do it instead. I pull down my green yarn. I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to finish out my half double crochet. And now I have my gray yarn as my working yarn. So I'm going to insert my hook into both loops of the first stitch and slip stitch to join. And now I'm ready to do my next round. So the instructions in the pattern say to repeat round 2 for rounds 3 through 8. So like I said, I'm doing color changing every 2 rounds. So I'm going to do 2 rounds in this gray color. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Half double crochet, I'm sorry, not double crochet. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to do that from rounds 3, which is this one, to round 8. And I will do that now, and then I will come back and show you how to start the decreases. Okay, I have worked up to round 8 of the hat, making the color changes every 2 rounds. So I'm on my last stitch. I'm going to do the same thing to get up to my green yarn. So I'm going to start my half double crochet, pull up, got 3 loops on my hook, bring down that gray yarn and bring in the green and finish out the half double crochet, and then join to my first stitch with a slip stitch. All right, so now we are going to begin decreasing our work to give the hat a nice gradual decrease, and then we'll singe it at the top so it's shut at the top. So we are on round 9 for the toddler size. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 15, and then we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together to decrease. So let's start by our 15. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so now we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together, which is a decrease stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, just like you would be doing a half double crochet. You have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all 5. So you worked in 2 stitches, creating only 1 stitch. And that is your half double crochet 2 together. And that's what it looks like. So it says to repeat that stitch pattern, 15 half double crochet, and then 1 half double crochet 2 together. Repeat all the way around the round. So let's do 15 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, let's do another half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. That's your second half double crochet 2 together. Now we're doing 15 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Now we're going to do another half double crochet together, 2 together. So yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert hook, insert hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5. Okay, so now we are going to continue the repeat all the way to the end. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, and now we are going to do round 10, same color, and we're going to be increasing again. You're going to be decreasing. You're going to be decreasing by 4 stitches every round. So I'm going to chain 1, turn. It says to do 1 half double crochet in the next 14 stitches, and then half double crochet 2 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, half double crochet. Now a decrease, half double crochet 2 together, yarn over, insert hook into stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert hook into next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. Then repeat your 14 and then 1 half double crochet 2 together. I will meet you back at the end of this round. Okay, I have finished that round except for the last 2 stitches. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you how to do that last decrease while changing over to your gray yarn. So you're going to do it just like you would. Yarn over, insert hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook. Now you're going to drop the green yarn and you're going to pull up the gray yarn and you're going to pull through all 5 loops. You can give that green yarn a little squeeze to pull it all tight, and then insert your hook into both loops of the first stitch, pull up a loop, and slip stitch to join. So now we are on round 11 and we're continuing to decrease our stitches by 4, our total stitches by 4 each round. So for round 11, you're going to do 13 half double crochet and then half double crochet 2 together and repeat that around. And we are going to work to round 13. So 3 more rounds of decreasing before we will stop, decreasing by 4 before we will stop. So go ahead and complete rounds 11 through 13 now, and I will meet you back up here when we get to that point. Okay, we have completed through round 13, and I'm about to start round 14. In the pattern, you'll see that the child and adult sizes continue decreasing by 4 because they are going to be longer hats. But we stop at round 13 for toddler size and are going to start back at round 14. So now we are doing more decreases to make a tighter. As you can see, the hat is starting to come in and we're going to continue decreasing, but now we're going to work more decreases to get it to come in a little bit quicker. So round 14, we're continuing. I did 1 round with the green, so we have 1 more round with the green, and we're going to chain 1 and do 1 half double crochet in the next 2. Chain 1 and turn. So 1 half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, insert hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5. And we are going to repeat that all the way around. So 1 half double crochet in the next 2, 1 half double crochet 2 together, 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet 2 together. And we're going to go all the way around. So I'm going to do that and meet you on the other side. Okay, I finished that round and joined off, changed my color. As you can see, it came in quite a bit. We're down to just 36 stitches at this point. So for the round 15, we're going to do 1 half double crochet and then chain 1 turn, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet 2 together. So this time just 1 half double crochet in between each half double crochet 2 together. So chain 1, turn, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet 2 together. And then repeat all the way around. So 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet 2 together, 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet 2 together. And repeat all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end of this round. Okay, we finished that round, and now we are down to just 24 stitches. So we only have 1 more round to go before we will be ready to sew the top closed. So good job. Okay, so very last round, and I keep saying row, sorry about that, round, they are rounds. Round 16, it says to chain 1, turn, half double crochet 2 together, and repeat around. So all we're doing is that half double crochet 2 together for this last round. And I'm doing it in this gray color. Chain 1, turn. Actually, you know what? Since I'm on my last round, I'm going to take my scissors and fasten off this green. I'm just going to cut it with enough to weave in the end, so that way I just don't have it in the way anymore, because this last round gets a little tight. Okay, so I've chained 1 and I've turned. We're going to do 1 half double crochet 2 together. So I yarned over, insert hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. We're going to repeat that all the way around. So just do a half double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches and continue all the way around. And that's going to leave you with just 12 stitches at the top to stitch up together, to stitch closed, which is going to be nice. It's going to leave it very smooth and flat rather than sometimes decreasing many more stitches at a time. Two more, I think. No, 3 more. Now 2 more. All right, and then we're going to join to that first stitch with a slip stitch. All right, you have completed all your rounds for this toddler size Vinnie hat. Now, very nice looking. Now you are going to fasten off at the top. So I'm just gonna pull up a big old long loop, long enough to sew it all together. And take this yarn and a yarn needle. Put it through the eye. All right, so how I close it is I kind of just hold it up here. I hope you can see that all right, ending with the gray yarn. And I kind of I work under the stitch directly across from where I fastened off. And then I kind of go diagonal and then diagonal this way. I kind of try to create like a little star. And then up here and then down here in a little star type pattern. Let me see if I can show you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just pull, and you're going to pull tight to close it up. And then I kind of do just kind of like a whip stitch around the middle just to secure it. 1 or 2. I take this piece and I just kind of drop it down the middle after I've secured it and put a little knot in the end. Just to keep it secure. I think I got one in there. And then you'll just weave in your ends. So I'm just going to weave my ends into the stitches. I like to go back and forth in opposite directions to ensure it will not come loose. And go as far as I can. I think that's good. And then snip. And then you're going to weave in your other ends down here at the bottom, and at the top you're going to have your green. And there you go. You have a toddler-sized Vinnie beanie. Great job on making the hat. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. And remember, you can find this pattern on my blog. I will link it in the description, as well as the yarn that I used and the crochet hook and the supplies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and have a good day.